Hey everybody, I hope everybody's having a really good week this week. So this week what's popping and dropping is a 5 pumpkin pop-up card. I don't have an example to show you here at the beginning, but let's go ahead and get started. So why don't we go ahead and go over to Design Space, and I'm going to show you all the pieces that you'll get in this file, and we can go ahead and head over there. I'll see you there.
Okay, guys, here are all the basic pieces that you will find in the Five Little Pumpkin pop-up card. This piece over here is if you want to cut out and do the clouds with the shading, this you can use as a stencil. So if you would like, go ahead and add anything extra that you would like to add to your card, and don't forget to go up and name and save your project. So if you like, let's get our pieces cut out and I'll meet you at the craft table and I'll show you how to put it together. I'll see you there.
So this is our card base, our pretty paper this week. What I thought we could do is do some stenciling. So in the file, if you cut out that big cloud, that's what we're going to stencil, and I'm going to show you guys how to make these clouds. So why don't we go ahead and work our card base, and then we'll go ahead and get our stencil out, and we'll work together on building these clouds. So why don't we go ahead and do that? And on this one, we put a little bit of a gusset in it so our balls will have room to move around. So if you're gonna do the inking, I use blues, orange, and some purple. And you don't have to make your clouds the same color. Use whatever you have. I think some greens and some yellows would be pretty. So why don't we go ahead and get our ink out and our brushes or whatever you have to use, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So how I don't have a special thing that holds my paper down. So what I do is put a scratch piece of paper down and tape it down securely to my mat because I don't want to stain my mat. And then I'll take this piece, which is going to be the front of my pretty paper, and I will tape it down. And I'm not doing the corners up here because I'm going to shade those in. So then once you have that in place, I have this in the file. It's clouds, and you're just going to choose whichever side you want to start with. So I'm going to just go with this edge. And then so my piece doesn't move very much, I'll take some painter's tape and put it down. And then once you feel like it's secure, we can do the next step. Then you have, oh, wait. Just for this front page, I want to see what it looks like with a moon on it. So what I'm going to do is put a circle. I'm going to put it down like, I think just like that. Then I'm going to pick this piece back up, put it in place. And then so my moon has some secure, if you want to put a moon on one of yours, I'm going to put some tape up at the top to keep it in place the best that I can. So my first color I want to do like some purples and blues. So I just have these little brushes. I'm using a purple color and then two blues that looks like that. It's more of a blue, and then that's a darker blue. And I'm just using what I have. So I put a little on my brush. I'll come over here and kind of dab it off and then just start at the edge. And then when I feel like I need some more, I'm just going to go back over, put some on it, dab it off, and then go for the purple. And then I'm going to get one of my blue brushes, dab it a little. And then I think I'm going to get my last brush and do just a little bit of this darker blue. And then I think I'm going to go back over it again with the purple. All right, so I'm good with that section. So I'm going to peel my cloud up, and then I'm going to turn it going a different way so it gives it a different look. I'm going to move this piece of tape I have here and put it at the top to secure it, and the same thing with this piece. And because I'm doing a moon, I'm trying to get part of my cloud to kind of hold it in place. And then my next one is going to be oranges. I'm going to go with the light and then work it up to the darker. And then we can just do the same thing again. And there we have it. All right, now that we have our pieces done, look how pretty these turned out. I'm really enjoying this. So let's go ahead and put our pretty pieces on. Guys, I have to show you this. So my glue, I constantly have to battle with getting it out. So what I decided to do, I saw somebody else do this. They had a cup, but I found this piece of PVC that works perfect for my glue. I just keep this damp rag in here, and if you leave it turned it upside down, oh my god, it comes out so easy and quick when you go to use your glue. I'm sure everybody has already been doing that. I'm just late to the game. Look how pretty this has turned out. Loving it. Okay, so what we can do is go ahead and set this piece aside. Let's go ahead and get our pieces out to our balls. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how I shaded these pieces. Now I'm going to take a yellow that's darker than my piece of paper and go around the edges of each of these pieces. Then I'm going to take some yellowish and orange and rub it all over my pieces to shade them in and give them some different contrast on the paper. Okay, so what we'll do is work all of the score lines down at the bottom, and then we need to work the ones on the top, and then these ends here, they both have like little wings on the side. The nicer you score your lines, the better it will come together, and the straighter you can line your pieces up, the better it will work too. So what we need to do is find which piece is going to be our inside. So what we need to do is kiss these two pieces up to where they match. So we want our slits going the same exact way. And then if our slits line up like so, we need one tab on the right and one tab on the left. And when we go to fold these in, it will still be a tab on the right and a tab on the left. Okay, so let me just show you again. So I've matched these two ends up like so. And then we have a tab on the right and a tab on the left all the way around. So if you just pinch these two tabs we lined up, fold them down like so, and we can put an X on the inside. You won't see these. And then that way we can know that this is the side we're going to glue our little wings into. So that's what we can go ahead and do now. We need to take some glue, put it on our little wings, and fold them down. And then once we have that done, we'll take one of our pieces here and we're going to put it right over those tabs, and you're just kind of centering it in the middle here. You don't want to go past this score line, and you don't want to go past this score line up here. So let's go ahead and glue those pieces on. So that's how that's looking. Notice how we're not going past either of the score lines. And this is just for reinforcement. And we can go ahead and
finish the rest of the tabs.
What we can do now is, and we're going to line these up. Again, making sure we have a tab on each side of our ball there.
Making sure the X is on the outside where we can see them.
Lining these up as perfect as you can, the better your ball will come together. And then just pick one tab and we're going to put glue around that tab like so. And then we're just going to sandwich it together. And then once we have it sandwiched together,
set it aside and let it dry. Now we can get our other piece and get it out since it's nice and dry. And we're going to be needing our
pale crepe size 12, 1 3/4 by 1/16 of an inch rubber bands. And you'll need 4 of those. And then we're going to take our rubber band and we're going to slide it through that little slit there. And then once you hear it snap into the circle, we've got it in. I like to turn my slit to the left and work my right side. Wherever the slit is, this is the side you don't want to work on. My slit is on the left, as you can see there. So I'm going to fold it over and I will be working on my right hand side. We're going to work all the way up until we get to this tab. How I like to do it is put my finger in between the section I'm working on, fold those down, put a little glue on it. Don't go wild and crazy because you don't want the glue getting inside of your ball. And then once I have it glue on each tab, I pinch them on the side there, and then I try to line and match those up perfectly. And then once I have them sandwiched together and lined up, I just give it a good squeeze. Now we have this one done. We're going to move to our next one. So fold our tabs in, little glue, sandwich them together. We have 3 tabs glued together, so your piece should be looking something like this. And the reason we want to work where the slit on the opposite end of the slit is because it'll be easier to feed our rubber band in to our other end over here. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to fold our tabs on the inside here. On these guys with the hole in it, I only like to do one side because I feel like if I do both, I get too much glue going on and it goes everywhere on the inside. So I have one side done. I'll fold this down and then we're just going to kiss it together. And you want to line it up as best as you can. Alright, and then I open it up. You can see my slit is on the side we need it to be on. So all we'll do is take our little rubber band and work it through that slit until you kind of hear it snap in place. So I'm good to go. I just want to show the inside again so you can see. So for this part, I push mine down on my desk because it's easier to work. And I'll bring this piece up and fold my tab in and then fold the tab in to the inside on the bottom piece. And because we have the rubber band in it, it'll pop up. So that's why I like to hold it down on the desk. And we'll do the same thing. We're just going to put some glue on each of these tabs and then fold it down to each other like a sandwich. And then once we have that done, we're going to do the same thing to the next one. So what we can do is go ahead and finish up the rest of our balls. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we have our balls all done, and we can start to decorate. So this is what one looks like finished. Isn't that cute? And it will just smush down like so. So the first thing we can do, if you have, is get one of these guys, the top part, and then one of these. And then it just slips right down into the center like so. And then once you have it there, I just take and fold this piece back over. And we can just glue that down to the bottom of our green piece, like so. So then we have that piece done. But I like to put my face on first before I glue that on top. So our face is two of the bigger triangles that's almost cut in half and a small one. It's your choice of which section you want to put them at. You just want to make sure your eye is going across one of these places that open. So if you put an eye here, we're going to put the other one over here, and that means the nose will go in the center of this block here. Okay? That makes sense? So I'm just looking to see if I like a particular square more than the other. And I like this section. So I think I'm going to glue my nose into place like so. And I just about put it to the edge of the bottom of this section. So this is going to be the front. And then on this guy, he will glue one on this side. And I didn't cut these all the way because I didn't want to lose the pieces. Okay, so one will go like that right on that edge. And then the other side will go so on this section. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my piece down. So then you just line your other piece right up to it like so. But it will be on this section here, we'll glue it. And if that's showing, that's okay. I got a trick for that. Take a black marker and you will just color in that little section there. Just be careful not to get it on anything else. So there you go, and you can't really see that orange anymore. And then we're just going to do the same thing to our eye on the other side. And now for the mouth, it will go down in this section here. So whichever way you want it to go. And then I'm just going to put glue on mine and then lay it down And then once I get it in place, I'm going to snip where the slots are. I'm going to try to line it up in one of these points so it'll be easier to cut. So still have it in one piece, and you can see how I'm just laying it down and folding it over that edge there. And then I'm just going to snip it right in that slot. And then I'm just going to smush it down. So when it comes up, it's all lined up. Now when we put our top on, I like for the points to be over the sections of each of these. So that is how I'm going to glue mine down. That's what it looks like from the top. I'm just going to scooch it up a little. Okay, so let's do that. And there we have it. So why don't we go ahead and finish up the rest of our balls here and getting the faces put on. Okay, so we got all of our balls done. So what I thought before we put our little pumpkin balls inside our card, let's decorate the front of the card. So if you're using the pieces that are in the file, then you'll have a green piece, this black piece, and then some pumpkins. If you want to place these behind the fence, like so, or on top. And I think I'm going to place mine on top. So I'm just going to take and put some glue around this black piece and then glue it to my green square here. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have the front of my card done. I have my card base going the right way. And I think I'm going to kind of just center this in the middle like so. I think I'm liking that. What you think? All right, so let's do that. So we have that done. We can open it up and put our fencing down that goes inside our card. And it'll go just like this into our card. I love that. Isn't that looking so cool? Okay, so let's glue these down. Look at that. I just think this is turning out so pretty to me. Love it. Now, if you want, if you're going to do a place to write on the back, I'm going to do this pumpkin. Cute. Now comes the fun part. We have other decorations to put on top of our pumpkin, but I'm thinking if we put them on first and then put our decoration on, then we know where to place them without them having to be bent or cut. Because some of these we may have to adjust and cut on our stems. Remember, if you're unsure where you need to place these, use something that's not permanent to test it out. So I'm going to use the yellow, and so you can get an idea. Here's the face, right? And then we have this section and this section. this green piece, you can either glue it down or fold it down. I'm just going to fold it down because this on this yellow one, so here's the face on this, not this one, but this space will go to it like so. So you see how I had to kind of fold that up, and this is going to bend down, and that's okay. And we're gluing it to this top section, not the bottom. So it'll be placed up like so. And this is like if you did the caterpillar pop-up ball that I made, this is the same situation. So, okay, back over here. So we're looking at the face, not this section, but this section, okay? And actually, we can mark on it if you want. Okay, and then looking at his face, the front, so 2. After the center, so 1, 2. And this is where we're going to glue this guy to like so. Okay? So I'm going to pull it up so you can see. There's our little X up there. So it's going to go on the top one and the top one on here. If you're counting from your face, it's 2 back. Same thing on here. 1, 2. And again, with this one, you can either glue it down, or what I'm just going to do is when I put glue here, it'll just boop on top like that. And then you just need to kind of curl this one up a little so it's not blocking. Or you could glue it under. I just think it'll give it some more character on top. So why don't we go ahead and put our glue down. And it doesn't matter which, if you put glue on this one or this one, it's totally up to you. And we can actually smash this down like so. And then there's my X right here. And then I'm just going to smash it on top. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Okay, so we got this section done. Now what we're going to do is take whatever ball you want next. And so here's our face. We're going to go one section over and then one section down. Okay? And that's what we're going to put glue on. So face, one over, one down. Face, one over, one down. I don't know if you can see my X there, but that's where I'm putting my X, so I know I put glue there. Then your next ball, it's going to be face, one over, one down. And that's the one, there's my X, we will put glue on. And he will kiss up against him just like so. Isn't that looking cute, guys? I love it. Oh, pumpkins, pumpkins. So you can tell it's fall time. So let's go ahead and put this little guy on to him. And we can squeeze him up again. So push him down, push him flat, and then you can see my glue there. And then I'm going to push him flat, and then there's my X on there, and then we can just line him right up and make a sandwich. And there we have it. So we have, if you're standing him up, that's what it looks like from the bottom, but this is how he will stand in our card. So you should have like this stair step going up. Now we can set these guys aside and let's work on our next 2, which is our last 2. So we have our face, okay? and then we're going to go one over, and that is the one we're going to put glue on. There's my little X. I don't know if you can see him. Face, one over, glue. Now for him, we have face, 1, 2, and that's where we're going to put glue. So he's going to set, we might have to cut or bend our green pieces. I'm going to snip this off. Okay, so he will go like so. Faced, 1 over, glue. For the last ball, it's going to be face, 1, 2, and this is where we're going to put the glue. That kind of rhymes. Face, 1, 2. This is where we'll put the glue. And it will go like so. And again, we can lay these flat if you want. Put glue in our little section with the X on it. And we'll smush him down. There's my X. We're just matching it up and making a sandwich. You want to make sure you give this a second to set. And there we have it. And this is how he will set. I know this is kind of hard, but this is how he'll set in our card. Like if this is your card, my hand is the card base, that's how he's going to set in the card. I think we're doing a fabulous job here, guys. Now, what we can do is figure out where this guy is going to land. So, because I know you guys can't see how I'm doing it, this, when this comes up, it's going to pop up, and we want it to land on top of this guy like so. We're not gluing him to here. He just wants to land boop, right on top. So what we do is just figure out where we need to put our pumpkins in our card. So about like that. And as long as your pumpkins aren't coming outside of your card, it doesn't matter where you glue these. So we want to keep that in mind too. So to make sure nothing is going outside, you can squish your pumpkins down, and where I have mine would work fine. So if you like them here, so I like mine right here. So what I'm going to do is I can see my edge is coming up right almost to the edge of this fence post. So what I'm going to do is just turn this over and put some glue on the bottom of this. And then I'm going to glue this piece on the bottom. And this just gives us a little extra support. And then let's let this guy dry. And then because we will be gluing this guy down, let's put an extra support on it. That's probably dried enough. We'll squish him back up again. Make sure he's going the right way, which this face should be pointing towards us. So I'm just going to put a little glue, and I know that I want this guy. You can see my fence post right here. I'm going to use the fence post as my guide. So I'm going to turn it over and put some glue on it. And that's how it's looking. And then this is where this guy, I'm going to pick it up so you can see. This guy needs to land on this guy. And you know what I think I'm going to do with this? I think I'm just going to cut it off to just get it out of the way, because he's going to land pretty much on top of him. So I think I'm liking him like that. I'm going to try to turn this so you can see him. So about like that is where I'm gluing him. Again, you just don't, for this section we're going to glue on, you don't want to go past your score line. So you don't want your pop-up balls to go past that. And then you can lay them flat to see. So none of it's going past my score, the white piece not going past the score line. And it's definitely not going to come out here or over here. I don't think I'm going quite halfway for this ball. It's not even halfway on. So once you get it where you like him placed, all we need to do is put glue on the bottom of this piece, and then we can squish him down and then place him down. Now look at that. Isn't that sweet? Now what we can do is our decorations. Okay, I just wanted to show really quickly how to do the belly band. So on the belly band there are four score lines, two on each side that are really close together. That's where you'll fold and it will go on the side of the card. The score line that is towards the end of one of these strips, that's just to line the other one up to. I worked that up to that score line and glued it down. Then what you'll do is work the two score lines on each side and then fold it over like so, and then glue or tape, whichever you're going to do, your piece down. So that's what I'm going to do now. You don't want this really tight, and then you can glue whatever you're going to put on top of your belly band. Okay guys, so here is our finished card. It says hello gorgeous, and then we can take our belly band off, and then we have this cute little pumpkin front, and then we open it up and we have all of this goodness. There's a spider, there you go, hanging from a spider web right there. We have some bats on the back side in the clouds. I love how this moon turned out. Isn't that neat? And then we just did some greenery, and then greenery on the side of our pumpkins, and I did a bat, a crow, and another crow down here. And then to close it, we just push this one down, this one, this one, this, and then we close it up. And then on the back, we have a nice little place where we can write a message. And I just did a little bit of that extra greenery over there. And I think this turned out pretty amazing, guys. Very fall. Love the colors. Do you guys know what you call a pumpkin that works at the beach? A life gourd. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by and crafting with me. Don't forget to stop by next week to see what's popping and dropping. Bye.